Hi guys, what is up? It's me, MarcElvin, and welcome back to another astrology video, and more specifically, welcome back to another Zodiac Specific video. And today, guys, we are going to be talking about Aries. Y'all, this has been cray-cray. We started off at Gemini with this whole entire Zodiac Specific video, and we're nearly back to Gemini, so oh my gosh, 2 more. But yes, today we are going to be talking about Aries. So Aries, my best friend actually is an Aries, so this video is and will be dedicated to her. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. And the first thing about Aries is that yes, they are the very first zodiac sign of the whole entire, I guess, astrology wheel, you might say. If you guys didn't know, astrology started off in the spring, hence why Aries would be considered first, because it is the first zodiac sign of spring. So Aries, they're very known to have very childlike personas. I'm going to be talking more about this later on. They are ruled by the head. So it starts off at the head and then goes all the way down to the feet for the other zodiac signs, which I should probably do a video on body parts according to your zodiac sign later. Aries, they're also known for their great leadership. They like leading the pack. They like always being the front person, you would say, I guess. All right, so number two. So Aries, they're kind of known to act like they're indestructible. They're kind of known to act very macho and tough and all that kind of stuff, but really deep inside of them, they're very sensitive and they're very warm-hearted kind of people. But they never show it though. They never show it. Like on the outside, they come off as very domineering and very tough, but on the inside, they have the softest hearts ever. So yes, I guess that's also kind of my third point, which is that they are very nice on the inside. On the outside though, they are very prideful. They never really tend to show their emotions. They never really tend to show what's inside and what they're feeling on the inside, just for the sake of, I guess, not wanting to be judged or not wanting to look fearful. So yeah, they're very prideful kind of creatures. I mean, they're not as prideful as Leos perhaps. They know when to step back and they know when they're in fault, but they have a little bit of pride in them that yeah. So something else about Aries that I could probably relate to this is that they are very, very, very independent. They don't really like relying on other people. Yes, they do have teams. Yes, they do work in groups and they do tend to be the leaders of those groups. But other than that, they really like being independent. They're very independent kind of human beings, and they don't really like working in teams. They don't really like relying on people. They're very much more of I'm gonna do this by myself kind of people. So at school, really, you see these people, they're probably the ones complaining about, oh, why can't I just do this by myself? I could probably do so much better doing this by myself. No! Doesn't work like that, Aries. It does not work like that. Okay, so another thing about Aries is that they are determined human beings. They are so determined. If they set something in the back of their head, they will make sure to do that very thing that they set out for themselves. Whether it's a certain goal, whether it's a certain project that they want to accomplish, they will set those goals and projects for themselves, and they'll do it well because they're determined and they're willing to do that and go an extra mile to accomplish what they want to accomplish in life. Just give them a little bit of patience and they will do what they set out to do, which kind of leads me on to my next point. Wow, this is great timing. Great timing, Mark. Great timing. Is that Aries, they are probably the most impatient people in the world. The most impatient, guys. They just have the lowest patience, is that a word? And going on with the whole childlike personas, they have a lot of childlike personalities, like being impatient, having temper tantrums, all that things that kids do. Also, you guys don't even know how many DMs I've gotten these past couple of weeks. Literally all these Aries notifying me and telling me, Mark, are you posting your videos soon? Mark, are you gonna be posting the Aries videos soon? I love y'all. I honestly love all y'all Aries, and thank you for keeping me updated. But yeah, I've gotten so many DMs these past couple of days telling me when I'm gonna do my 12 things about Aries, and It's here. It's here. Okay, guys? Patience. Patience. Okay, another thing about Aries is that a lot of them tend to come off very bitchy. And because they are. They really are. Aries, they're like a force to be reckoned with. They're one of the toughest signs of the zodiac, and you just can't mess with Aries. You just can't. They're also very good at arguing, and they're also good at debating. So like, it's very hard to win a debate against an Aries. So like, watch out, people. And there's nothing wrong with being a bitch. Like, honestly, there's nothing wrong with being a bitch. So if you're a bitch and you're an Aries, rock it. Rock it, girl, rock it. So yeah. Okay, but like, speaking of being bitches, Aries, they are very short-tempered. They're also known to have the biggest road rage ever. They just, again, they have low patience. They just can't deal with people that are not up to their level. They just can't deal with people that are stupid, that are dumb, I guess. So like, they just have very low patience for those kinds of people that just can't keep up with them. Okay, so moving on, a lot of Aries, they don't really typically like to follow rules. A lot of them are more of the type that wants to create the rules. They make their own rules, they make their own policies. So that kind of hint of pride, a lot of them tend to ruin relationships with other people a lot more than any of the other zodiac signs, just because they're very like fierce and they're very fiery. So a lot of them tend to, I guess, ruin friendships and ruin relationships that way. But the thing with Aries, like a really good thing about Aries is that they know when they fucked up in life. They know when they fucked up, and when they see and when they sense that they've messed up in life, they'll apologize. You know, they're not prideful. They do have a little hint of pride in them, but not as much, again, as Leos. But they'll admit when they're wrong. They'll admit when they're wrong. A lot of Aries though, they tend to be a lot more wrong, and they'll just keep apologizing and apologizing and apologizing. So if you are that Aries, just watch out, because sometimes saying sorry isn't enough for other people. So just try to limit how many times you say sorry. Like, actually mean it. You get me? Just actually mean it. Okay, so another thing about Aries, something that I feel like a lot of you guys can relate to this, is that they tend to start things but never finish it. Again, you do have those determined Aries, but then you have those Aries that, yes, are determined, but they don't follow through with certain projects, with certain goals that they have in the back of their heads. They get like halfway, they get like midway, and they just completely stop. Again, kind of like a child. Oh yeah, definitely if you see yourself kind of falling out of, I guess, passion, out of interest, I don't know what it is that will make you want to stop that project, just think of why you started it again. And I guess that will help. But yeah. Okay, so the last thing I want to say about Aries is that they are just overall very compassionate people, and they're very sweet, and they are very, very protective, and, well, at least for the people that they love. The people that they don't love, they kind of just like toss aside, like shoo shoo, bye, bye, see you later. See you later. But the people that they do love, they will protect, they will hold, and they will make sure that they are safe. Like, for example, my best friend, I don't know how many times, like, I've almost forgotten homework. I don't know how many times I've almost forgotten things in class that, like, I could literally just text her about it and she will remind me about those things. And like, there's just been so many times where she has saved my ass, y'all. Like, so many times when she has saved my ass. Like, I really do thank her for that. And I do thank whoever brought me to her, because she's just amazing. And yeah. Alright guys, so that is it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this 12 things about Aries, and I hope I opened your eyes to some things about Aries. I really do love them. They are amazing. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram down below, because I'm going to be talking more about Aries in my stories. So make sure you guys follow me all there. Thank you very much. And as always, if you are not subscribed, make sure you guys are subscribed, and make sure you comment down below what you guys love, hate about Aries. So yeah, do that. But yeah, guys, I'll see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much. And yeah, have an amazing spring season. I don't know what you call it. Alright, guys. Bye!